Good morning, folks. How you doing? How is it going? Thursday. Thursday, right? Thursday. We're rocking that Thursday. Whew, boy. Y'all, sorry for the delay. A little bit behind today. I was trying something a little different. I think we got it set up though. So we're gonna give that a try here in a minute. Let me just get our TikTok chat going, so you can talk with the YouTube crowd, should there be any. So let's see. I think that got it done. Let's double check. Hey, welcome in, folks. Rafi, my man, how you doing? Happy Thursday to you, buddy. Let's see, is chat working? Let's get a test. Okay, I see it on screen. Samantha on YouTube. Hello, hello. All right, and thank you for confirming, Samantha, that YouTube chat is working. Rock on. So, folks, how you doing? Welcome in. Rafi, I hope you had a good night. I hope you slept well. I was a little bit late today because we were trying to set something up. I don't know, just kind of a wild hair today. I was thinking I wanted to, kind of had the urge to write. Like, I really liked yesterday when we were playing the dice game, and I was writing, live on stream. You could see it on my screen, right? Because it normally looks like kind of like this. But I've changed up my writing document, and I'm just kind of thinking, look, I got a little something set up like this, right? And right? You can read that pretty easy. How does that look on phone? I know it's a bit smaller, but I was thinking, even with TikTok, cropping it like they do. Let's get a live preview. How's TikTok cropping that? See, it still cuts off some of it. Can I make it a little bit smaller? No. Yeah, it's a shame, Rafi. I'd love to be able to get it on screen completely. Because I was just thinking it could be kind of fun to just have that up there. How can I do that? How can I adjust this a little bit? I can make the scene smaller. Hold, please. We will make this work. If I go like this, do this, that should be enough. I think. TikTok preview, what do we got? Okay. There we go. I think you can see all that now, right, Rafi? Sorry, I'm using you as my live beta tester, buddy. I appreciate you, though. Okay, cool. I'm really glad to have that set up. Let me just, if I stretch it out a little bit, is that going to mess? Yeah, that's going to mess with it a bit. Kind of like that. And give me that preview. I'm just trying to get the background out of there. Nope, that messed with it. It's still cut off. Looks like it's still cut off. Okay, there we go. That's right on the edge, but we got it there. All right, don't touch it anymore, Alex. Y'all, don't let me touch it. Don't let me mess with it, because I want to mess with it. Whew, y'all. Happy Thursday to you. It is a beautiful thunderstorm outside today. Beautiful thunderstorm. I'm enjoying it. Y'all know how hard it was to get up out of bed today when it was nice and warm under the covers, and there was thunder rolling in the distance. Oh, that was tough. But we're here. We're here now. Zara Zakiri, hello on YouTube. Good to see you, my friend. And Samantha Warmack, thank you both for tuning in. How you doing today? Samantha, I know you said earlier you were doing good, but hope you got good weekend plans figured out. Something exciting to look forward to? Oh, nice big coffee slurp. Sorry about that. Rafi, same to you, I'm hoping. Got something good figured out for the weekend? Something to look forward to? So, Rafi, you'll have to help me with this, but I had my inspiration, right? AJ, what's up, buddy? Good to see you. Ampage, good morning. Or marnin'. Morning to you. How you doing, buddy? Um, oh, Rafi, you're gonna see Second City, dude. Rock on. That'll be fun. Um, just like I don't know what their standard shows are like. I just know they're very prestigious for their improv. That'll be sick, man. You got to tell me how it is. Let me know how it goes for you. Um, so y'all, you got to help me a little bit here. I just had after our dice game yesterday, I just had like such an urge to just like write on stream, and kind of play around with the concept of y'all being able to see what I'm writing as I'm actively writing it. Obviously, that doesn't work for like the novellas or the next book because that's pretty spoiler heavy. It would probably I could be wrong, but it might not be good form to literally spoil the next book coming out by writing it here. Um, but I really kind of just wanted to write something a little more long form on stream. Um, so that's as far as my idea got. My idea got it was as far as that, and I needed to resize everything so it fits like this. Because let's see if we like copy and paste a lot in here. Yeah, like y'all can totally follow along with whatever I'm writing if I were to do this. That could be interesting. But what do I write is the question, right? It's like I almost need something stream specific. I don't know. Diary of the Fat Witch, hello, good morning to you. Happy Thursday. Been a little while, but glad to see you again. Welcome back in. How you doing? Hope you got some good weekend plans figured out. Mistake plays, I should write the entire B movie script. I'm considering the implications of that. One, legal-wise. Two, to my own mental health. I'm not sure where that puts us. Boy, that would be a place to start, wouldn't it? Yeah, Rafi, that's kind of where I was at. Of like, we could just roll once, and then write that the entire time, and just kind of I don't know, keep it going, I guess. I don't know. I don't know. I was just really had the itch for some long form typing. Right? Like, I don't know. Mistake, you've seen it in the video descriptions on TikTok? Like people have pasted the entire script into a video description? That's nuts. What's the purpose of that? Saf, you asked a very Soph, I should say, probably is how it's said. You asked a very philosophical question there. What if this life is our soul's version of a caterpillar's cocoon? Well, that'd be a comforting thought, I think. That'd be a very comforting thought. Cassidy Cook, hello, welcome in. Dice game's going good. We played it yesterday. And it was a lot of fun. Always a good one. It's a little bit of a big ask for the viewers. Like the OG stream folks want to participate and ride along, and I love that. It's super cool. But for just general viewership, it's a little bit like tough to be like, hey guys, we're creating an exercise right now. Join me and write it, because like a lot of folks are just tuning in to chill, right? They're not trying to be getting assigned homework. So I still love the format. I think it's a lot of fun, but I don't know, Cassidy, I just got this urge to like write fully with it all in view as I was going. But I don't know what to write. So maybe like Rafi said, we roll once in the dice game and just kind of rock with it. See what we get. Mistake. No, Mistake. I totally know. I've seen the memes about the B movie script, but I had not seen putting it in entire TikTok descriptions. That's hilarious. I'm surprised it can take that many characters. Like, what's the max characters that a description could take? Rafi said, why not try and write someone else's story and see where that takes you? Rafi, that's not a bad idea. I am adverse to it, because I once did. Let me see if I can pull it up here. Let me see if I can grab it. I once tried something as a creative writing exercise where. No, I need this bigger so y'all can see it. You can see that. Okay, cool. I once tried something as a way to get better at writing, where I evaluated other people's like published books, and I retyped a chapter from them and wanted to go through the creative process of like, this is how they were thinking as they wrote it. How does it when I write it? I'm trying to find it in here. I know I got it somewhere. There it is. Studying other authors. Yeah, so like I retyped a chapter from Lockwood and Co. Book 2, and then like put notes in here about it, about what I thought as I was writing it, what I felt. And it was a really weird headspace, dude. It was bizarre. I did not like it. It's so weird to fundamentally understand writing, like as I do it. Like I have my version of writing, right? King Chuck on YouTube, welcome back, buddy. Good to see you. Happy Thursday to you. Like I have my process, and to see someone else's process and to be forced to type it out, it was weird, dude. It was like a total trip. So I'm gonna avoid doing that again because that was bizarre. I did not expect that, dude. I thought it would be a full-on like thing that you could do to like understand how other authors were thinking when they wrote whatever it is they wrote. No, terrifying. It was some strange horror experiment. Impage, you said viewer suggested story beats, like choose your own adventure, then you write. See, that's another good one, Impage. I think we could do something like that. I'm thinking that's what we're going to go for, because it's just, we can kind of maybe, yeah, I think some combination of that. Maybe we take some suggestions, and we get like, 4 to 6 of them, and then roll dice to see which one we write, maybe? Rafi, you can DM me if you need to, if it's censoring a comment. Cassidy said, "What if you wrote something as if you were doing something for the magazine contest?" What magazine contest? I know there's one going on Royal Road right now. Is that the one you're referring to? Thomas, welcome in, buddy. Good to see you. How you doing today? Chuck on YouTube, King Chuck 95 question. Same question to you, my friend. How is your day going, and do you have any exciting weekend plans figured out? I have my in-laws coming in, and I love my in-laws. They are incredible. And I'm not just saying that because I'm on stream. So it's going to be a fun weekend. We're going to watch some F1. They're going to come to one of my hockey games. It's going to be a good one. Let me see, Cassidy. Let's go take a look at it. Since I have this new setup for the text being easier to read, it messed up my display capture, so you have to give me a second. Every time I needed to show something, I got to size the window up. So the prompt was Children of the Sky. Work must be written during the contest period. Submission must be independent. No fanfic. What is the only prompt just Children of the Sky? Is that the only thing? Oh, Rafi, DM it to me on. I guess I can grab it on TikTok. Discord's better for me because I can do it on my computer. But for the TikTok, I gotta grab my phone and look at it. I'm sorry, Rafi. I just saw that I had missed a DM from you some time ago. I was catching up on that one. Sorry about that. I don't know why I missed that or how. Chuck, you're buying your first dirt bike this weekend, dude. Rock on. That'll be fun. You gonna go take it somewhere? You know how to ride it? Are you gonna be like, is it gonna be a purchase and then jump right in and go for it? That'd be pretty cool. Impage, you said like put aliens in Of Mice and Men. Huh. That sounds difficult though. That sounds difficult to do live. Because there's a lot of research for that, right? Like you gotta kind of look at you gotta look at both stories and kind of do a bit of research to kind of get them figured out. Oh, AJ, you said you need to watch more NASCAR, more passing and excitement than F1. All right, AJ, I'll give it to you. I've never watched a NASCAR race. Well, not since I was a kid. But I love F1, man. There's not as much passing right now, but I think that's a product of regulations. They'll get it sorted. They'll get it sorted, and it's a good time. But hey, I'll have to give it a try. I'll keep it in mind, AJ. I know my friend went to a race recently and had a good time. Gotcha, Raffy. Okay, I see your DM. Wonder what it would be like if you took on Cassidy's themes, for example. Yeah, I could do that. I don't know, guys. I'm kind of indecisive about it all. I don't really know. I don't know what the answer is. Maybe we just got to jump into something. Because I just kind of wanted to get the writing going, get it flowing. These are good suggestions, and I appreciate it. AJ, you said, Impage said, not necessarily aliens like the franchise, but space creatures. I don't know. This is the problem. I was sitting before stream trying to figure it out. All I knew, I woke up today, and I said, all I know is I want to write. But what? What can I write that's not spoilers? That's not going to spoil my next book, but I want to write it literally right here so you can see it. So I got the logistics of that set up, but now we need the thing to write. I guess we just got to pick something, huh? Because I want to get to it. I don't want to talk about it. I want to do it. Yeah, Raffy, I kind of like that idea. I think I'm going to run with that. Let's just roll. Let's play dice game, basically. We're going to roll and just kind of figure it out as we go. We'll build a prompt as we go. So bear with me here, folks. Let's get that set up. Because I want to write. So we'll start with our dice roller, mightydice.com. We'll go to the dice game. AuthorAlexKnight.com/dice. And, oh boy, the lightning is popping off out there. Yeah, Impage, I like that. I think that's what we're going to do, is start with an exercise, basically, and then I'm just going to continue it for the rest of the day. I want to get deep into some writing on stream with y'all. Something a little deeper than the surface level. Raffy, you wanted purple dice? We could find we got this one. How's that look? You want to roll with that bad boy? Pretty cool, actually. I think it was called Cursed Steel. Cat dead, details later. Welcome back. How could I forget that username? I hope you've been good, my friend. Happy Thursday. God, I want to say Wednesday, but let's not. Let's not go back to Wednesday. We're one day from Friday. You said a Conan the Barbarian type hero, Dark Fantasy. Dark Fantasy's coming back lately. I'm seeing a lot of calls for it on the publisher side of things. Seems like it's 2014, 2015 Dark Fantasy was a big deal. Grimdark was kind of having its golden age, and it fell off since then, and I guess it's coming back now, so. Soph, you said create an original myth about lightning around you like an old society might. Yeah, could do that. Cassidy said some exploratory free writing. Interesting. Yeah, I mean, exploratory we could definitely do, kind of like a stream of conscious and see where it goes. I was hoping to get something a little more fiction-y. Cassidy, I'm gonna take that idea as I like it. I'm gonna keep that in the back pocket. Let's see if we can make a fun prompt with the dice. And if it doesn't work, then I'm gonna go back to that idea. We're just gonna start typing and see what happens, huh? But for now, y'all, I think we roll the dice and we see what we get. Maybe the dice got something. They know what they want to do, huh? All right. So first roll, it needs to not be a D20, it needs to be a D12. Y'all, we got any predictions on what it's going to be? Rafi said it's going to be a 6. Rafi, that would be the ultimate reward. You have been waiting for this 6 forever. Forever. It'd be great if the one day that I'm going to do the exercise the entire time, it's a 6. Cat Dead, details later, you said, do your exercises turn into full stories sometimes, or do you try to keep them just exercises? So for these, for the dice game, the dice decide, I try to keep them as just exercises. But I don't know. Today's going to be the longest that I'm going to work on one of these exercises, because typically in the dice game, you're only supposed to do it for 5 minutes, the writing. But today I kind of want to do it longer, so maybe if we like it enough, it does turn into something longer. Grandmaster Sam, you say it's going to be an 11. Also, welcome back, my friend. Good to see you again. Happy Thursday to you. Folks, get your predictions in. We say it will be a 6. It will not be a 6. It will be an 11. What else do you think? 4? Get off my lawn, guy, with the 4. 2 for sure, says Cassidy. What would 2 be? Oh, 2's a good one. 2's for 2 we go to a magic card database and we get a random card, and then we write a story about the art on that card for the duration. So if we were doing it right now, you'd get this Art of Trumpet Blast. Slendy, good morning. Welcome in, my friend. Good to see you. Slendy, I need a number 1 through 12 real quick. Give it to me, buddy. Cassidy said 2. Ronnie said 7. Diary said 5. Impage said 5. Cat Dead, details later, 7. AJ 8. Slendy 7. All right, that's too many for me to remember. Sloyd going with the nat 1. That is too much for me to remember, so let me know if yours comes up in the roll. But I'll shake it up real good, and what do we got? 10. I don't think anyone called 10. I don't think anyone called 10, y'all. The dice are proving a point here. They said you can name 8 of the numbers on me, but I'm going to roll one you didn't pick. Oh, Thomas, you called a 10? I missed that. All right, well done, then. You got it. Oh, and King Chuck called a 10 on YouTube. All right, there we go. Let's go on. King Chuck and Thomas got the 10. All right, so let's see what we got for the 10. Y'all, did we roll a 10 yesterday in the dice game? No, we did not. Okay, that's not a fun one to stick with for a long time. 10 gives you the prompt dialogue dash. The purpose is to create clear, distinct voices. Roll a d20. If 1 through 4, use 3 characters. If 5 through 20, use 2 characters. Then in 5 minutes, write a scene in which you distinguish the voice of each speaker such that no dialogue tags are used or needed, and the reader is clear on who is speaking. Yeah, I think we re-roll, because that's not a great one for long form. It's a great exercise to do in 5 minutes, but I want to get like a good 20-30 minute writing sprint in here. Not even a sprint so much as like I want to write it and just keep chatting with y'all as I do it. Slendy, you're doing laundry a day late because your internet's out? Oh, dude, that's rough. I'm hoping to not be joining you here because we got a heck of a storm going outside, and it might take our power down, but fingers crossed it doesn't. All right, we're gonna re-roll. Y'all, we're gonna re-roll, and I am striking 10 from the options list. We cannot roll a 10 now. Yeah, a lot of these aren't good for long form. But oh well, let's see what we get. Any predictions for the next roll? Anyone want to throw something in there? Chuck, you got it right last time. So did you, Thomas. Yeah, these nice purple dice that Rafi wanted, just for you, buddy. Slendy, you think it's going to be a 7? Let's see what 7 is. 7 is perfecting prose. Practice writing seamless prose for when an event can be told instead of shown. We did that one yesterday. I remember that one. Raffy, you think you want the 6, buddy? That would be funny in long form. That would just be me trying to write goofy nonsense for 20 minutes. King Chuck, you think it'll be a 9? Get off my lawn, guy says the dice decide what we write. Kinda. Impage with the 9. Alright, y'all. Hey, shake it up. Roll. 7. Someone called a 7. Slendy, you called 7. Well done. Good prediction. Unfortunately, we did that one yesterday as well. But we could. That could be interesting because this is the one where you got to choose you got to roll for POV. Oh man, if we got second person POV, I don't want to write more in second person. It was certainly interesting, but I don't want to do it again. Boy, maybe I need to give us an approved list of ones that would be good for long form, or maybe we just use it as a start, right? Oh, Slendy, a lot of folks didn't know how to do second person, and we did it yesterday. Who was it? Was it Impage, I think? Impage had an incredible description of how to write second person. So just imagine you're a DM describing a scene to your character, to your party, right? Where you just say, like, you walk into a room, it's too dark to see, you squint through the darkness and, perceive the vague shape of a person in the distance. Just using those you pronouns as if you're telling someone what's happening to them is second person, essentially. I think that's the most relatable way I've ever heard second person explained. So Impage, seriously, rock on, dude. That was awesome. Alright, I agree, Rafi, with what you said. Slendy said, "Has anybody know anybody's name?" It's still you still have the full knowledge that the character would have in their head. It's just the you pronouns basically to explain things. The personal pronoun, but they still you'd still write them like a character. Like if you were to say, I don't know. If we were using the Far Wild, right? Sinisios knows everything that he knows as a character. If I were writing him in second person, it just changes the way you describe what's happening, essentially. But this is why I don't like second person. It's weird. It's hard to relate to. All right, so here's what I'm gonna do. I think. Cassidy said one of the things you posted yesterday was in second person. I think I read it yesterday. Let's see. There's a lot of posts. Y'all were really participating yesterday. I appreciate that. Oh, where did you post it? Did you make it a... I don't see it, Cassidy. Tuna, what's up, my dude? Welcome in. I appreciate that. You said, love your energy. I hope you have a great rest of your day. Well, thank you, Tuna. I hope you do too, man. Happy Thursday to you. We're trying to figure it out here, but I want to write live, like really live on stream. Normally you can't see what I'm writing because it's for my book, right? It'd be spoilers. But I just kind of want to write something, so we're trying to figure it out. But all right, so here's what I think we're gonna do, y'all. I think what we need to do is go through the list, find the prompts that are most approved, would work best in long form, and then we'll roll for between those because we keep getting ones that are like short form prompts. So random titles absolutely would work. So I'm going to mark down number 1. Number 1 works. Number 2 absolutely works with random card. Number 3, conjure emotion. It could probably work. King Chuck, hey, have a great day, buddy. Thanks for stopping by. I'll see you tomorrow for Fantasy Map Friday. It's going to be a good day. Impage, yeah, the random card one is great. I would love to roll that personally. 3 would be a challenge, but you could just use it to set the general tone of what you're writing. So I think 3 is a little shaky, but I think we could have 3 in there. Ronnie, you said write a scene about an author who can't decide what to write about. Painful, Ronnie. How dare you? Oh, Rafi, I disagree. I think number 4 would work. I think 4 would work because it gives you a really strong setting to start in, and we could branch out from there. Um, I think that would work. Grandmaster Sam, you said, would you ever make a list of strictly long form prompts? Yeah, totally. I don't have a purpose for it, but I would, you know, it'd be easy to do. You could expand these. These were literally just existed for my writing practice when I was doing that. Rafi, if you were doing it for long form, what you would do is you would make it, the focus would be more so to get the person writing, and get the mind, you know, the creative gears turning, and then let them take it from there. It'd really be more about like it'd be a fire starter for a story, essentially, if that makes sense. World building through dialogue, I don't love. I don't think that would work. It could, though. Yeah, I think it can work. We're going to keep number 5 on the list. Do the funny. That would definitely work. Number 6. Perfecting prose. No, we've already said that won't work. Descriptive description's not going to work. I guess you could use it as just to start a scene. It would give... Alright, 8 could work. 8 could work. It doesn't give us motive or anything like that. Purpose for the characters. But it gives us a place to start. Raffy says no, number 6. I don't know, man. We could roll it. Maybe this whole thing's just a ruse for me to actually roll a 6 once for you, Raffy. Who needs nat 20s around here? We're looking for nat 6s. Emphasis, number 9. Could this work? I think emphasis could work. I'm going to keep number 9 in there. 10, dialogue dash. No, we already ruled that out. 11, transitions. I don't think that's going to work. 12 is veiled language. Yeah, I think you could start there. I think we could start with 12. Alright, so we got our list here. The exercises that have made it are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 9, and 12. So 7, 8, 9. So I'm going to roll a d10 for them. And we're just going to say 12, or 7, 8, 9 are actually... 8, 9, 12 are actually going to be 7, 8, and 9, and 10 will just be a reroll. I know it doesn't make much sense without looking at the list, but trust me on it. Isabel on YouTube, hello, hello, welcome in. Isabel, we're doing something a little different today. As the thunder and the lightning crashes outside. My gosh, y'all, it is creepy out there. I love it. This is my kind of morning. What we're going to do today is, y'all, I just had a desire to just, like, I really wanted to just write on screen for a long time, kind of really get into it. So I put together this little window so you can actually see everything that I'm writing. Should be nice and legible on your phones if that's how you're watching. If you're on YouTube, it should be plenty legible. But basically, I just want to write, like, something long form. So what we're going to do is we've got a trimmed down list from our dice game. And we're going to roll and see what we get. And that's just going to be the start. And we're going to go from there. Isabel, nice. 1,300 words already written today. Rock on. That's awesome. Well done. Alright, y'all. Let's get this rolling, huh? Isabel, what's happening outside my window is what's happening to your characters, huh? Who doesn't love a good storm? No, Grandmaster Sam, I fully agree. What's more cozy than... The only thing more cozy than writing on a stormy morning... Stormy morning? Stormy morning. I need to do my vocal warm-ups today. The only thing more comforting than writing on a stormy morning is reading on a stormy morning, I would say. And now I'm going to stop saying stormy morning because it's turning into not words in my ears. Diary, you do your best writing in stormy conditions? Rock on. Your natural habitat, perhaps. Leisha, welcome in. Good morning to you. We are just about to make some big rolls for a long-form exercise today. Let's do it. We got our pared down list, so y'all, let's get the roll. 2. Alright, on our list, that's going to be number 2, which is... Random card. I said I would be okay if it rolled that. Let's go. All right, we'll take it. We will take it. Let's go see what we're going to get. All right, so what I'm going to do, guys, you know the dice game. We've played it before, but I'm going to do it long form today. So I'm just doing one roll. We're getting one exercise. The exercise we got was random card, and I'm just going to write that. I don't know, as long as we feel like it today. So the exercise we're doing is, boy, thunder's shaking the floor right now. Love it, though. I wish we need like a cam out the window so y'all can see the weather conditions, because I talk about weather way too much. The purpose of this exercise is to practice chasing inspiration and impromptu creativity. So what we're going to do is we're going to go to this page, and we are going to generate, we're going to hit the random card button. It's going to give me a random magic card from the Magic the Gathering card game. And then that's just going to be the inspiration for what we're writing today. We're just going to take that image, and we're going to rock with it. Y'all, if I just disappear suddenly, we did lose power, because that storm's getting pretty rough out there. I hope not to, especially since we spent all this time figuring out what we're doing today. All right, so y'all ready for the card? Let's do it. Let's see what we get. I wish I was more of an animation on this, but anyway. Oh, that's cool. Wow. That's good art. River Churn Monument. Alright, no flavor text. Let's see what it does, though. Any number of target players each mill 2 cards. Any number of target players each mill cards equal to the number of cards in their graveyard. Okay, so that's not too mechanically rich, but I love the art on it, y'all. Let's get that zoomed in, huh? That's some pretty cool art. It's like a big frog's head, like carved out of like sandstone. And there's water flowing out of it, and on the left side of it, well, it's right, our left, there's 2 big water wheels. Grandmaster Sam, you said, will Henrik make an appearance? Very likely. Very likely. Oh boy, power just flickered. Okay, I need the storm to chill. I said I liked a stormy morning, but I'd like to stream as well, so please, storm, calm down. Well, let's get to some writing then, while we still got power. So I'm going to leave this image here so we can reference it. In fact, if y'all are going to write along, I will drop the link in chat here if you want to pull up the image. There you go. And I will drop it in Discord, which is going to be very confusing to anybody not watching the stream. Okay, there we go. Link has been shared. Folks, feel free to pull that picture up if you want to write along with it, with me on it. But yeah, I'm going to pull up my writing right here and move my image over to the side so I can keep an eye on it and think about it. There we go. And like I said, I just wanted to do some long form writing today, so let's get to that, huh? No timer. We're just gonna start writing and see where we go. Let me just make sure this is gonna work. Yeah, looks solid. Looks solid. All right. Rafi, you said that's what your dreams look like? You got some cool looking dreams, man, if they look like this. Let me I guess I can put the image here so I can pop between the writing tab and the image. Huh. This is very interesting. So it's like an Egyptian type setting. It's giving me very like deserty vibes with like the Nile going on around it, you know, desert with the green areas around a big river. And the frog head looks kind of like a sphinx, but frog instead, and it's pumping out water, right? Okay, Rafi, you did mention the water park. So yeah, so it's like this, dude. Cool looking water park then. Okay, well, I don't know, folks. Let's get to it. Let's get writing. We got there. I'm going to get myself into the scene. I've not tried writing like this before, where I'm just gonna kind of talk to chat while I'm doing it, but we're just gonna kind of keep it rolling. Like I'm gonna write. Y'all got any questions or anything? You say stuff in chat, please do, and I'll respond to it, and just kind of flow back and forth. Keep it natural. Keep it natural as my voice cracks. All right. Where to start? My initial idea for where to start this piece, based on the riveting. Incredible, Cat Dead. That's a great start. My initial start was to have a character standing on the sandy shore right here, and I was like, oh, they'd probably be wearing sandals based on like the depicted time period. And then I was like, oh, we got to talk about sand between the toes. And I was like, wait, am I really going to start writing the scene of the person just focusing on sand stuck in their toes? Maybe we are. Cassidy, it reminds you of the Pharaoh's Lost Kingdom water park. I mean, yeah, that sounds like an accurate description of it, for sure. Nice. It looks awesome. Alright, well, let's do some writing, huh? Aaron, you want to know the view from the top of the frog's head? Yeah, it'd be pretty good up there, huh? It's really nice art. I'm really glad we got a good one. Could have been weird. Oh, Raffy, I'm always going fantasy, man. That is my genre. I live there. Thomas, welcome back. I don't know if you saw it, but we got our writing exercise today. We're gonna do this art right here, and I'm just gonna start writing in it. You can see you'll be able to see it clearly on screen as I write it, and I'm just gonna. Oh, that wasn't meant to be. There we go. There's our frog. I'm just going to start writing, and I don't know. We'll see where it goes. Oh, dude, Thomas, you're going to Tokyo in November. Rock on, man. That's sick. Congratulations. That'll be a ton of fun. All right. Let's dive into this. Let's get a little bit going here. I really don't want to start talking, just focusing on feet. I don't know which where my head's going. I'm just fixated on like the hot sand under the sun. I'm not going to start it there. I refuse to start it there. Rian, if I'm saying that right, let me know. My go-to genres are always sci-fi and contemporary fantasy / paranormal. It's nice to have the go-to genre, right? Just where your brain immediately clicks into. Mine's just straight middle-of-the-road fantasy. And that's where we're going to go with this one. But if y'all, we got the picture here. Feel free to write along. If you just feel inspired, write a scene in it. That's what I'm going to do. We're just going to see where it goes. Impish, I'm not reading that aloud. Cam Man on YouTube. Hello, welcome in. Good to see you. How's your Thursday going? Can you call a dune sand swept? I mean, it helps if I spell it right. Sand swepty. That's a fun typo. Yeah, Isabel, I think I'm not. I think it's still going to be probably first-person POV for this. The person's just kind of thinking to themselves about it. I don't know. We'll figure it out. We're just kind of writing as we go, you know? We got our picture here, and we're just going to rock with it. Write some inspiration from it. I just noticed these pyramids are floating. They got like a section cut out of them. Can we zoom in on that? Yeah, see, they got like a section cut out of them. Oh, and this one over here's got water pouring out of it. That's sick. What cool art. There we go. There's the picture. I don't want to repeat drink. Patrick Smith, hey, welcome in, my friend. Yes, many of my books have been published. We pop over to the screen real quick. Here's all my book ones. I have 10 books out there, but these are book ones. This was series start. The top row is fantasy, and the bottom row is lit RPG. And you can find them all on YouTube. You can find them all on Amazon, ebook, paperback, and audiobook for all of them. So if any of them catch your interest, please call it out. Let me know, and I'm happy to talk about them. But for today, we're just basically we've pulled up this art here. We used a random card generator and grabbed this art, and we're just writing a scene. We're just gonna long form write a scene. I don't know, for the next 30 minutes or so. Just kind of see where it goes. I got no plans. Isabel, you said writing as we go. That's me all the time. I feel you. Nothing wrong with it. It's a fun way to go. And AJ, you said you got $1,000 worth of favorite art. Yeah, man, post it in Discord. I'd love to see it. Benji, I do like working with Portal. They are lovely to work with. They have published most of my books. They're great. They're great people. Very supportive author community there. My editor Brooke's incredible. Portal goes above and beyond for their people, so I appreciate it. I got really lucky starting out with them. I appreciate them a lot. I'm glad you've enjoyed their books. Some good stuff. Shout out to my fellow Portal authors. Just a heads up, if I disappear, this storm is lashing my window right now with rain and lightning. So I'm literally watching sheets of rain blow past. Oh, well, thank you, Benji. I appreciate that. You can get an overview of my book ones here. Top row's fantasy, bottom row's lit RPG. Feel free to look them up on Amazon or my website, authoralexknight.com. The newest one is Wriggly Little Hands in the top center. And it's a fantasy comedy about goblins on a road trip. I don't want to use the word sucked here. Y'all, I need a synonym for sucked. I'll give you the sentence. Y'all give me a synonym for it. Oops, behind my head now. Alright, so I need a synonym for that. Pulled. Pulled is a good start. Thomas sapped. Sapped Raffy. Alright, we're gonna put it for sapped right now. I think there's something else though. Give me something a little more aggressive. I want ripped is a good direction there, Draco. I want an aggressive version of slurping. Drained is pretty good, Isabel. I like that. Slurped. Slurp, says Cabby. Stole. That. Okay. That's a little different direction, but I do like that. Consumed. Consume's a little bit heavy. I like sapped or stole. Eviscerated the moisture. Vacuumed. Yeah, it's a little too high tech. Exsanguinated, Impage Studios says. Hey, look, that's spot on. That's absolutely the definition, though typically I think think exsanguinate is typically for blood, right? Yeah, of blood. Sunday says, oh, drained. Okay. I thought you said drink. All right, I'm gonna go with sapped. Sapped is my favorite there, but if you got another good one, you let me know. Um, Isabel, I agree with you on the sapped. All right, let's get this vertical orientation. Such a pain to work with because I can't show you much writing right now. It does get the point across. Oh, it does say stapped. Thank you. Also, why is that not auto corrected or you know, like underlined? Stapped is that a word? No. I mean, Wiktionary says it's a simple past and past participle of stap, but stap's not a word to my knowledge. Yeah, it's not a thing. All right, sick. I'm gonna take out this line. I think it's really impage. No, stop. Yeah, I guess that's a use of it. All right, so I like this with the opening of "You felt the waterfall before you saw it," which reference here's the art we're working with. I like that idea, and I think I'm going to delete this sentence about if the wind was right, you heard it, because that just detracts from the power of the initial statement. So here, we're going to strike it out like that for now, instead of a full delete. All right, so you felt the waterfall before you saw it, but the air was... got to get rid of the but since we're changing sentences. The air was different there. Even when the oasis was out of sight and you were surrounded on all sides by the sand-swept dunes, yellow sand, blue sky, and dry air. So dry it drank the sweat right off your brow, sapped the moisture right out of your body, such that it left your joints dry and creaky. Don't be giving me ideas here, y'all, with your crazy font suggestions. I'm I am tempted. You know, we could just put it like that. Yeah, it looks great, right? What do you say, Windings? I don't know if I have that in Google Docs. We got this. I mean, lovely font there. We can really read that, right? Right? Isn't that just lovely? Some poor person is joining the stream right now and just seeing this absolute sin of a font. Yeah, exactly. I agree, Sam. My eyes. Oh, let me get rid of that highlight. Slindy, I have no idea how that would work out. It sounds frightening. Comic Sans or we riot. Isabel, don't encourage them with the font choices. Okay, there we go. Gotta get the writing aligned. Let's get back to it. I had metaphors and similes I wanted to write. Is extraneous. Get rid of it. I don't need to break this up. So, like, I don't like this sentence with the a softening, comma, almost, comma, of the air. It breaks it up too much. It should be a softening of the air, comma, almost. What is a metaphor? Meta space for? Nice. Yeah, Rafi, I posted the link in the writing share channel of the Discord. If you want the art. But I can also pull the art up again real quick for a reminder of what we're working with. Y'all, this is the art that we're writing the scene from. Jack Ann, welcome in. You said you wanted to do something like this, but TikTok Studio baffles you. It could be confusing. I feel you on that one. Especially if you're doing it just from your phone. I have the advantage of doing it from my computer. Makes it a lot easier. But hey, if you wanted to do it, we're doing it today. Feel free to join. Basically, we just want to we grab this art, and I'm just going to do some long form writing with it. So that's what we're doing. We just kind of just started. Only 112 words. So let's rock with it. Lost my train of thought. Where was I going with this? How do I say this? Come on now. Hate when there's a thought there and you just can't crank those gears, right? Get it out. This is the art. It's building a nice location in my head, but how do I say this next line? Alright, hold on. We're going to get to that idea. I got good ideas here. Just got to get them on paper. Is hell the right term there? I think it's a bit technical for a fantasy story. I think it's too little to the world, but I'm not going to worry about it. So hell is the word I'm looking for. Doesn't work in a fantasy story, though. I'll use planes. More general. Gets the idea across. I don't know. I kind of want to work in a little simile here, but I'm not, or a metaphor, but I don't like where it's going. We'll see. We'll review. We'll write it and then we'll review, huh? Boy, how do we say it? So the idea I was going for, right, is we're drawing This is the art. This is the inspiration for the scene that we're writing. Was drawing the idea of like, I'm pretty sure you'll have to check my Nat Geo knowledge. It's been a little while since I've watched one of those classic like Discovery Channel documentaries that's just like random documentary on like random natural area. I seem to recall that for whatever reason, predators and prey on like the Serengeti, there's almost like an instinctual truce around watering holes. You don't really see lions like hunting herd animals around watering holes. I think that that's accurate. I'd have to double check it. For the purposes of the story, we're going to rock with it because I don't want to do a stream where I'm just sitting here doing research. I was trying to draw that as a metaphor with this oasis. But you will frequently see, crocs going at pretty much anything at the water's edge, right? And I was going to draw that as the idea to lead us into the story a bit deeper, that even though there's a truce, there's still crocs in the water. Not literally. Anyway, let's review what we have so far and see how it's going. I'll read it out to you. Y'all, if you're just joining in, this is, we just picked a random art. We let a website generate it, pull up a random magic card, and we're just using it as inspiration for some long-form writing. Here's what we got so far. You felt the waterfall before you saw it. The air was different there. I'm going to delete the there. I like just the air was different. Short, punchy sentences, right? Not? Oh, short, punchy sentences. Right. I'm trying to say why not and right on at the same time. Okay, we're going to move on from that. You felt the waterfall before you saw it. The air was different. Even when the oasis was out of sight and you were surrounded on all sides by swans. I can't speak today. Even when the oasis was out of sight and you were surrounded on all sides by the sand-swept dunes. Yellow sand, blue sky, and dry, dry air. So dry it drank the sweat right off your brow, sapped the moisture right out of your body, such that it left your joints dry and creaky. I think that's too much word echo on dry, because I said it's repeated here for the purposes of repetition. We are emphasizing it, but using it a third time. Where was it? Dry and creaky. There we go. I wouldn't want to use it a third time. That's too much word echo. So let's get a synonym. Synonym for dry, y'all. What do we got? Cassidy Cook, you said writing gives you such fun facts. Did you know cruise ships are around 12 stories tall? I wouldn't have thought about it, but I think you're pretty spot on. That kind of makes sense. They're big. They're very big. Impage, I like arid, but arid is typically used to describe climates. I wouldn't describe someone's joints as arid and creaky. Parched could work. I don't love it though. It's not exactly what I'm going for. Good morning, Anaya. Welcome in. Jack Ann, you could just eliminate the descriptor and just say left your joints creaky. Yeah, you know what, Jack Ann? That's spot on. That's actually really good advice. Thank you. We're just going to knock it out entirely. I don't like how the sentence reads without it, though. Sapped the moisture right out of your body such that it left your joints creaky. This is coming on the end of like a paragraph in which I'm using repetition intentionally, and I feel like the addition of the second descriptor in here fits that theme pretty well. What can we use instead of dry? I like that. Your joints creaked and bones ached, although... Okay, how's this? This is kind of creepy. How about that? Sapped the moisture right out of your body such that it left your joints creaky and bones brittle. Because I liked the idea of the aching bones, but to my knowledge, most times that bones ache, it's old injuries acting up in the presence of like an oncoming storm. Something about the weather effect there can exacerbate old injuries. I believe, again, not sure on the science of that, but people will be like, oh, my knees are aching, there's a storm coming. I believe there is some science to that. I like that though. Joints creaky and bones brittle. All right, let's start at the top. I'm kind of editing as I go. You felt the waterfall before you saw it. The air was different, even when the oasis was out of sight and you were surrounded on all sides by the sand-swept dunes. Yellow sand, blue sky, and dry, dry air. So dry it drank the sweat right off your brow, sapped the moisture right out of your body, such that it left your joints creaky and your bones brittle. This was the oasis, and within 200 paces... okay, so that transition no longer works because I changed sentences before it. Just do a but. This was the oasis. I don't love it. It'll work for now. But this was the oasis, and within 200 paces you could feel the change. A softening of the air almost, like a blade's dulled edge, but gentler still. In the harsh conditions of the desert, where every step was an act of defiance, the oasis was... peace isn't quite it. What do we do instead of peace? Does it say... And Bid, you said I prefer swept dunes. Did I say that, or did I type that? Oh, you could just kind of read it like that. Gotcha. Refuge, maybe? Not refuse. Refuge? Sanctuary? I like sanctuary. Now, do we say a sanctuary, or do we say sanctuary? Where every step was an act of defiance, the oasis was sanctuary. I like sanctuary, not a sanctuary. All right, let's read it from the top of that paragraph. But this was the oasis, and within 200 paces you could feel the change, a softening of the air almost, like a blade's dulled edge, but gentler still. In the harsh conditions of the desert, where every step was an act of defiance, the oasis was sanctuary, rest, safety. No one remembered actually agreeing to the truce. I think that's what we should say. Instead of the truce around it, it's a little bit too around the description. No one remembered actually agreeing to the truce, and yet it held for generations. Instinctual almost, like those watering holes on the plains. Had the lions and zebras agreed... I don't want to repeat truce, I'm going to say to... I kind of want to say to stop their hunt, but the issue with that is it implies that the lions and the zebras agreed, and I would imagine it's just the lions... it is the lions' hunt. The zebras are being hunted. That's picky. You could just say, had the lions agreed to stop their hunt. I kind of want to emphasize predator and prey on that, though. We're going to have to think on that one. I don't have an answer for that yet. We'll underline it and come back to it. Had the lions and zebras agreed to stop their hunt, or did it just come natural that, when survival was such a challenge, there had to be some place to rest? That's not a very elegant sentence, but we'll take it for now. It was in everyone's benefit. Such was our oasis and its towering waterfall. Dennis, you said agreed to look the other way. I could see that. I could see that. So what I was originally going for with that whole watering hole metaphor, this one, was I wanted to emphasize the predator and prey, having a truce at a place, a resource that they all need, except the one thing. Again, science on this might be off, but I seem to recall, like lions don't hunt at watering holes, but crocs do, right? Crocs and hippos. So I was gonna tie it to like most parties involved would have a truce here, but the crocs don't. Crocs being a metaphor for, I don't know, some other party involved that we haven't met yet. It's never a bad idea just to drop some ominous seeding into the story. You know? I think I'm forcing it too much though, so we're gonna drop that for now and just keep it rolling. Y'all, if you're just joining, welcome in. Today we are doing some kind of long form writing. We went to a Magic the Gathering website and just generated a random card. We got this one. It's pretty cool art, and now just gonna keep on writing. I've been writing this live on stream. We're just gonna keep on going for a bit. Please make suggestions. Give me your ideas as you go through it. I just really woke up today with an urge. I just wanted to like write something, word for word on screen, like that y'all can join in. You know, be a part of the writing process. And if it's your first time here, welcome in. I'm author Alex Knight. You'll see me on here weekdays at 7 a.m. Central Time. Generally, it looks a bit more like this. Yeah, these are my books on Amazon. Well, many places, but you can always get them on Amazon in ebook, paperback, and audiobook. Feel free to check them out if anything catches your eye. But like I said, today we are writing live, and I love what Impage just suggested. Come to an accord. I like that, Impage. Let's see. We can make that work. We can make that work. Oh, thank you for the tiny AJ. I appreciate that, my friend. And Harpy and Aaron, thank you for the re-up in the stream team, sending those heart me's. Very kind of you. Slindy, you sent 5 roses like an hour ago, and I did not. I flagged it, and I meant to say something about it, and I didn't, and I'm sorry. Thank you, Slindy. Very generous of you. I saw it. I meant to flag it. I didn't until now, but I appreciate it. And we're not going to make that same mistake again. Harpy, thank you for the popular votes. Appreciate it. Y'all are too kind. All right, now I loved that suggestion that Impage had. Come to an accord. That's where we're going to go with that. Love that. Let's fix that underline. All right. Okay, I kind of see a way to work the croc metaphor back in. I'm gonna put these down, and we're gonna see how I like, the new version, and then we'll pick between the two of them. I do that a lot when I'm writing. Don't want to lose what I already wrote, but if I think I can do it better, we'll try. I know we got a word echo on instinctual here, but that's all right. We'll fix it. Yeah, Impage, I really love it. I really like that. It was a great suggestion. I think that emphasis on everyone's a bit much. I think this metaphor is just, I think the croc metaphor is just going, it's dragging me away from the idea. So I think we're just going to drop it. Oh, I don't think I ever finished reading it from top to bottom. I got distracted with editing. So let me read it real quick, and then we'll keep going. I really like the last paragraph. So, as a reminder, we're writing just in this scene. We're just, I don't know, just kind of rolling with it, Feeling the scene, feeling the vibe, and seeing where the creativity takes us. So here's what we've written so far. You felt the waterfall before you saw it. The air was different. even when the oasis was out of sight and you were surrounded on all sides by the sand-swept dunes. I think the is frequently tripping me up there. Can't help the internal editor. Always editing. All right, you felt the waterfall before you saw it. The air was different. Even when the oasis was out of sight and you were surrounded on all sides by sand-swept dunes. Yellow sand, blue sky, and dry, dry air. So dry it drank the sweat right off your brow, sapped the moisture right out of your body such that it left your joints creaky and your bones brittle. But this was the oasis, and within 200 paces you could feel the change, a softening of the air, almost, like a blade's dulled edge, but gentler still. In the harsh conditions of the desert, where every step was an act of defiance, the oasis was sanctuary, rest, safety. No one remembered actually agreeing to the truce, and yet it held for generations. Instinctual almost, like those watering holes on the plains. Had the lions and zebras agreed to the accord, or did it just come natural that, when survival was such a challenge, there had to be some place of refuge? It was in everyone's benefit. Such was our oasis and its towering waterfall, its flowing river, its veins of cooling wet that brought with them life and growth and prosperity. I dig it so far, y'all. We're having fun with it. I like this idea. Thanks for helping me get there on it. It's been fun. Impage the Crocs could be a conflict introduced. Yeah, that's where I was going with it. I was trying to seed some ominous foreshadowing, you know? All right, so I would say we've thoroughly set the setting for this. At least, the feel of it. So what next? Where does it go next? Probably we need some characters, huh? A purpose, a thing that we're doing here. But what is that? Any suggestions? Where we go from here, guys? I'm going to explore it via writing for a minute, but if you've got any suggestions, drop them in chat. Let's see. I'll leave a little space there so we know. Bitch, get out of here. Oh, that joke won't make sense to anybody that wasn't here yesterday. Alright, there's the scene. There's the art. There's the inspiration. Where are we taking it? I almost want to continue the description of the rivers, but that's, writing can't be all description. There needs to be a point to it. Which is where these exercises tend to get more difficult because they're more short form, and if you're stretching them into long form, you need an overarching purpose and a plot. And since we're writing on the fly, we don't have that. So maybe we just got to figure it out as we go. Maybe some dialogue. I guess we throw some dialogue in, huh? I wish I could have the image. Harpy, the joke that Impage was making is yesterday I said whenever I start writing, if it's in a fantasy setting and I just need a name to pull, I always pull the name Henrik. I don't know why. It's just like the default fantasy name in my head. Goodness knows there's way too many Henriks spread throughout my backlist. So I was saying I don't know what comes next, and Impage is just like, why not Henrik? It's always Henrik. liked it better before I changed it. All right, there's an idea here, but it's not elegantly written. We're working on it. Austin Aubrey, you said sending good vibes. Well, hey, I appreciate it. Back at you, buddy. I hope you're having a good Thursday. Welcome in. We're just pick some art and we're just writing a scene with it. Just kind of rolling. It's fun. I like it. I think life-giving is a bit of a dramatic word there, but we'll figure it out. Okay, there we go. We kind of got all that. That was a little bit of scene setting we were doing because I needed to place our narrator in a physical location. So we got that. Now we can do some dialogue. All right, folks. It's your time to shine. We need a name. We need a name that is fantasy in origin and perhaps vaguely North African, Egyptian, Mediterranean in feel. So no Henriks, no Gertrude's impage. Throw some suggestions out, y'all. What do you got? If we want some, kind of want some inspiration, Sybil. Okay, I like that. Wow, very good, impage. Raffi, I don't know how to say it. Navahani. That sounds almost like from Avatar, Blue People Avatar. Arterios says ADHD with Steve. Arterios. That's almost like Italian, maybe? Natari says Spirit Wanders. Oh, I like that one. Some good ones. I think Sybil, isn't Sybil a biblical name? Okay, well, it's a 1976 drama, so I'm pretty sure that name is a very old name. It looks like it's just old Greek. Did you? Cassius says Dennis. Another kind of Italian one. I like it as a name. I just don't know if it fits the setting too well. Mahatu says Raffi. There we go. All right. I like these. I like all three of these, y'all. Yeah, I was thinking like North African, Mediterranean coast sort of deal. I like these three. We're gonna put these in the name bank, and I think we're gonna use all of them. I mean, just basically any name that feels like it would be appropriate in this setting, right? I don't know what world this is. We're just making it as we write. but anything you think would fit here. LT, what's up? Good morning, my friend. Happy Thursday to you. How you doing on this fine day? Glad to have you here. We're just doing a little something new today. We just picked some random art from a magic card, and we're just writing a scene for it, just writing a world. So I am gonna write one more paragraph here, and then we'll catch up. I'm sorry to hear you're feeling under the weather, LT. That's rough, man. I hope you feel better soon. Or I hope the weekend comes and you can rest up. So we're almost there. Almost there. Yeah, Cassidy, I was going to say it's from Amonkhet, right? It's not from that set, though. It's from I missed this set. The race flag one. It's the one that brought the like vehicle and speed up mechanics and whatnot. But hey, feeling better by the weekend sounds good, LT. Then you can enjoy your weekend, hopefully, or rest up from being sick and tired during the work week. Your pick. Maybe both. All right, so I wanted to do like the narrator would not be looking behind them as this person speaks and walks up, and I'm in my head I'm seeing the idea of walking up a sand dune and the way your feet kind of sink into it and the sand moves. But if you can't see that, you need to hear it, and it's not a very loud thing, so perhaps they have to look in order to see it, because I don't know how else to describe it. I think that's where we're gonna have to just go. All right, we got to pull our first name. Sybil. Sybil was the one that came in first, so we're going to make this character Sybil. I like it. There we go. Boom, we got it in. I had a little cheeky line here, but I got distracted and had to do it. It's not being delivered the way I want. We can do this. We can do this. I think I need to change. All right, so this is going to be a little weird. Sybil is a woman's name, right? I think it's typically feminine. I feel, y'all correct me if I'm wrong here, but I was going to say something to the effect, I was going to play off the character being like, never gets old, does it? And the main character is going to be like, yeah, this might not get old, but you sure do. That feels meaner when being said to a woman than, like, I don't know, like the old dude that you just give a lot of crap to, right? I feel like and it just feels different to me. I guess you know, it depends on the personality, right? Could just be in my experience, I'd be more likely to say that to my grandfather instead of my grandmother based on our relationship. Or a mentor character, yeah. Raffi, what's the style? What's the style? Grandmaster Sam. Her response would be pocket sand to the face. Shasha! Pocket sand. Yeah, Spirit, you agree? It seems meaner to say to an old woman. All right, so I'm gonna just switch out the name, and we'll use Sybil for somebody else. Which one of these is the most male name? Mahatu, maybe? Natari, maybe? I guess if we used like Mahatu, or you could, I was thinking you could make Nataro, kind of like kind of go to the Greek where the O would denote masculine. Natari does sound young. You're right. All right, Mahatu it is. Let's put it on up in there. God. All right, y'all. Don't roast me here. I'm gonna use smirk. It's the word that everybody lambasts writers for overusing. I can't think of a better synonym. Y'all can think on it if you want and put some suggestions in. But let's see. I hate that word too, suntanned. Sun something. Alright, we'll fix it. It's fine. It's fine for the moment. I wanted to say thank you to the follows. Thank you for the follows to William and Kelly Stowe. Y'all, welcome in. Happy Thursday to you. If you don't know what we're doing, we just kind of picked this art randomly, and we're just writing a scene, long form scene from it. So I like where we're at now. I think we need like one line of dialogue to kind of tie it up for the moment, and then we'll leave it here for the day. But I want to read through it all too and see what we got. Bronze, Cassidy said, yeah. I almost want it to be like implied damage over time, like you know, the way sun would tan leather to sun bleached. Sun bleached worked, but I don't want it to be lightened by the sun. I want it to be darkened, tanned, and imply damage. Like if you left a piece of leather too long, it would darken, it would dry, and get more brittle and kind of damaged by it. And I want to imply sun worn. There you go, Cassidy. That's kind of the deal. I think that's a good one. Nice. Okay, so I just need like one line of dialogue, I feel like. Sun crisped. Withered? Yeah, withered might be too strong, though. We don't want to be too mean with it. Alright. Is our main character male or female? I don't know. I just started type and thought, I don't know. I guess we could give him a name. I want a dialogue tag here. I want a name or a descriptor. To the dice, says Empage. Oh, you're so right. Why didn't I think about that? All right, y'all. Let's grab that. I guess a D2. I think that's fine. We'll keep it there. All right, so I guess what? 1 for dude, 2 for dudette. Dudette it is. Kooky, have a good one. Have a good one. Thanks for stopping by. It was good to see you. Sun weathered. Weathered. Oh no, Kooky, that's a good descriptor. I might need to pick that in. I might need to put that in right as you're heading out. Sun worn or sun weathered? I'm going to keep it on worn. I like warm. I know we got word echo on wince. That's okay. We'll fix that. Just give me 1 sec. How do we describe this? I had a description in my head and I lost it. It was something like feigning injury or insult. How do we? I feel like there's more history to these characters that we could put in. We were just creating it on the fly, you know. But what do we do? I feel like y'all, we need like one sentence to tie this up. Here we go. Here we go. Oh boy. Yeah, no, you're absolutely right, user. When I wrote it, I said I recognized the word echo on it, and we'll fix it. I'm pushing forward for the moment, though. I'll underline it so we can fix it. Oh, and it still says he there when we changed her to she. Oh, no, we made it a he. That's right. Y'all, Raffi needs another name. Ridiculously futuristic name for a teenage boy. Get him, chat. I know you got some good ones in there. Alright, I like this usage of winced better than the second one. Exactly, Cassidy. You know exactly. Cassidy, our minds are synced up here. That's pretty much where I was going with it. Okay, I like gasped paired with feigning insult. It clearly demonstrates that they are messing around. That's too hard. That's too harsh. Cassidy, I love where you were going with it, though. That's exactly where I wanted to go. I don't want. No. I don't want to make it. Everybody always does like combat, right? Like, the mentor trains them in fighting. Let's do something different. Let's get something less fighty. No fighty main characters today. William says, what's an export or a talent in the place where they are? Glass blowing. Okay. Yeah, good names there, Raffi. I like that. Thank you for suggesting that, everybody. All right, so here's what we're going to do. I'm going to finish this little idea here. Devin Barrington, what's up, my man? Welcome in. Happy Thursday to you. We're doing something a little different today. We just picked a random magic card, and we are using the art from it to write a scene. So we've been writing that scene here with input from chat. I've had a lot of fun with it. I just want to give it a nice punctuation, right? Give it a stamp right on the end. And then I'll read through the whole thing, and then we'll pick this up in another day, I think. But I need like one little finish for it. Alright, it's not going to be perfect, but it'll do for now. And what was this guy's name? Mahatu? I Twitch.tv/the Burly Gamer said this is random AF, but what's your favorite word because of the etymology? Oh, off the top of my head, I don't know if I have a favorite word because of its etymology, like right off the top. I just have favorite words, because the sound or the feel of them. Lately, my favorite word has been chittered or chitter. I've been doing a lot of writing that involves an insectoid character in one of my series, and chittering has been such a good word. But you know what? If we're going to go with etymology, what is it? Stridulation. I love stridulation. Y'all can look that one up. That one was crazy. I had a fun time learning that word. Devin, you said, what categories do I pick when I live stream? Yeah, none of them really fit well. I change them based on what I'm doing. If we're doing writing, like we are today, I will sometimes put it under art. If it's going to be more of like Fantasy Map Friday, which, hey, by the way, y'all, come hang out tomorrow. We're going to make fantasy maps on stream. Fantasy Map Friday. It's a good day. It's a very fun day. So we're going to be doing that tomorrow. If we're doing that, Devin, I'll put art in there because it is fully, like, it fully fits the definition of art. And then my third one that I'll use is chat and interview if I'm doing more of writing sprints with a Q&A. So we kind of switch it back and forth, Impage, your answer to that question was exsanguinate. Yeah, it's a fun one. Gotta get those vampire words in here, right? And Burly Gamer, you said yours is avocado. It's hilarious. Avocado's fun. I don't know the etymology of avocado, though. A side dish. Pocillium? I don't know what that is. Let's... It was Pocillium. Okay. I guess, Slendy, we are saying our favorite words, so drop them on in there. And I'll finish up this so I can read you the finished thing that we got. I think we might pick this up on another day if y'all like it. I wouldn't mind continuing with it, or we could do it again from start fresh. Wes, poorly. Poorly is the answer, my friend. We are bouncing back and forth between chat and writing, but we're kind of getting there. I don't know. You get better the more you do it, I guess. Today we just picked a random scene from a magic card, and we're just letting it guide, a scene that we're writing, which I think we're pretty good with now. So I want to. I need like a one sentence here to end it, and then I want to read what we got. I need a descriptor for this. Oh, Wes, yeah, I do write my next book on stream once in a while, or novellas, which the one we're working on right now is this one. It's a work in progress cover and a work in progress story. But when I do that, I don't put the writing on screen because it'd be spoilery. You guys would know the whole story before I publish it, and I do need to sell it. When I do this, though, I'll do a sprint. I'll focus for like 5 minutes and write on this, and then we'll come back and talk to chat. But for this one, I just kind of wanted to like write with y'all in a way. It's been fun. But I know how to end this, so let me end it and then read it to you, and we'll call it a stream. JCCB, welcome in, my friend. Good to see you. Alright, we got a tab issue there. Happens in Google Docs sometimes. I don't know why. That'll fix it. I appreciate that follow, Pickle. What's up, my guy? Welcome in. We picked a random piece of art from this magic card, and we're just writing a scene based on it. So I'm gonna read through it real quick, see what we got. But let me just finish this like last sentence. I think we'll stick in the landing here. Got another tab issue. I don't know why that happens. It's some sort of formatting thing. It could also be because I've made the window so small. I don't know. Yeah, 4-6. Sorry, man. Right as we're ending. But like I always say, if you go to youtube.com/@ such a long URL for YouTube. Hold on. /@ author Alex Knight. If you go there, you can watch the replay. It uploads there in real time, so you can totally watch it. Okay, I think that's good. That's good for now. So let's read what we did, guys. Folks, thanks for joining in here. I'm author Alex Knight. I've been writing full-time since 2018, and I stream weekdays at 7 a.m. Central Time on TikTok, and we always do something creative writing focused, answer questions about books, publishing, reading, all that fun stuff. Today, we did something a little new. We picked a random piece of art, and we're just kind of writing a long-form scene with it. Just jumped in, started writing. I took suggestions from y'all for names, and places and ideas, and we crafted a little scene. So let's read through it. Let's see what we wrote. Only 500 words, but it's all right. Here we go. This is the art. This is the scene. Get it in your head. Think about it, and here's what we wrote for it. Faye Jen, welcome in. Good to see you. My trip was good. Thank you very much. I'm excited to be back, though. I'm excited to be back with y'all. This is a fun one, too. I like this format. Here's the scene. Word count is 462, and I'm actually about to delete this out. So 453 was our final word count. You felt the waterfall before you saw it. You know what, guys, actually, real quick. Would you prefer to look at the art as I read the scene, or would you prefer to look at the text? What do you think? Will it put you more in the moment to see the art, or do you want to see the actual words? Art, says Sloyd. All right, one for the art. We could go with that. Art. Everybody says art. Okay. Yeah. Don't look at my writing. Pfft, who cares about that? Kidding. All right. So the art should be up, and I will read through the writing. Otherwise, you read ahead. Fair, Joy. I like it. All right. Here we go. You felt the waterfall before you saw it. The air was different. even when the oasis was out of sight and you were surrounded on all sides by sand-swept dunes. Yellow sand, blue sky, and dry, dry air. So dry it drank the sweat right off your brow, sapped the moisture right out of your body, such that it left your joints creaky and your bones brittle. But this was the oasis, and within 200 paces you could feel the change. A softening of the air, almost, like a blade's dulled edge, but gentler still. In the harsh conditions of the desert, where every step was an act of defiance, the oasis was sanctuary. Rest. Safety. No one remembered actually agreeing to the truce, and yet it held for generations. Instinctual, almost, like those watering holes on the plains. Had the lions and zebras agreed to the accord? Or did it just come natural that, when survival was such a challenge, there had to be some place of refuge? It was in everyone's benefit. Such was our oasis and its towering waterfall, its flowing river, its veins of cooling wet that brought with them life and growth and prosperity. From where I stood atop the last dune, I could see them reaching out from the pool at the waterfall's base. They stretched to the distant horizon, wave-crested waters glimmering in the bright sun. Their course was lined on both sides by verdant, thriving vegetation, its color all the more beautiful when contrasted with the arid desert looming just beyond the river's life-giving reach. "Never gets old, does it?" A voice from behind. I turned to find Mahatu approaching, sure-footed despite the dune's sand falling away with each step. The oasis doesn't, but I can't say... we're just going to start back where this makes sense. "Never gets old, does it?" A voice from behind. I turned to find Mahatu approaching, sure-footed despite the dune's sand falling away with each step. "The oasis doesn't, but I can't say the same for you, old man." I said it with the slightest of smirks. He pressed a hand to his chest and winced such that the creases in his sun-worn face deepened. "You wound me, girl," he gasped, feigning insult. Only as much as deserved. My mind slipped back to the endless late nights of studying, eyes drooping with the need for sleep, but kept open by Mahatu's barbs. "Oh, have you no mercy for your elders?" he cried, continuing the charade. "How much more can my brittle body endure?" "It did well enough trekking across the sand-blasted wastes for the last month," I said. "Yeah, well, I'll need all my endurance for what comes next." His eyes slipped to the side. "Right." All levity left my voice as I turned my eyes to the tents being erected at the water's edge. The negotiations. "No, those are tomorrow." He pointed to a collection of tents decidedly closer. "Tonight, we drink." And I saw some things I wanted to change in there while I was reading it. Yeah, Cassidy, I think I might come back to this. It's been fun to create. It's been fun to just write it on stream with y'all, you know? Yeah, Spirit, I can post it in Discord for sure. I'll drop that link real quick, but I'll post it in there. It is a fun setting, right? How cool this random idea turned into this, y'all. I love it. Here we go. There's the link to Discord if you want to join us. We have a Discord community where we hang out, chat, talk about books, share writing, etc., etc. And once stream is over here in a minute, I will post today's writing in Discord. And hey, I wouldn't mind coming back to this and working more. Oh, made myself blurry. Working more on it in the future. Let me fix this real quick. There we go. Lady Stranger, thank you for the follow. Appreciate that and welcome in. Impage, you said you're a bit disappointed the giant toad didn't get an appearance, but it's okay. Hey, maybe we work it in. We can work it in. Let me make sure I grab the link to this card art. And I'll save it so we can come back to this in future if we want. I certainly would like to. I think it was fun. But yeah, folks, one last promo, I guess, on the way out the door. If you're just tuning in now, sorry about that. We are wrapping things up, but I am author Alex Knight. I've been writing full-time since 2018, and we stream weekdays at 7 a.m. Central Time, where we always do something creative writing-focused. Could be writing, could be talking about books, could be answering questions about the industry, whatever it is. We're here on weekdays at 7 a.m. Central Time. If y'all like reading, these are my books. Top Row's Fantasy, Bottom Row's Lit RPG. Please, if any of them catch your interest, give them a look. They're on Amazon, ebook, paperback, audiobooks, on Audible. Whatever format you prefer, we got it. So please give them a look if you're interested in them. Selling books keeps me doing this job. So if you want to support the stream, grab a book. I'd appreciate it. Tomorrow, make sure you come back, y'all, because tomorrow is Fantasy Map Friday. We got a good map we're working on. I can't wait to get back to it tomorrow. So yes, 7 a.m. Central Time tomorrow, guys. Tune in. We're going to make a fantasy map together. I'll be taking your input on it, and it's going to be a good time. I do love it. Weirdo, you said, I don't want to be mean calling you that, but it is your name. You said, are you on Kindle? Yes, they are all in Kindle Unlimited. So you can get the ebooks from Amazon, and if you're in Kindle Unlimited, you can download them for the cost of your membership, basically. They're free in Kindle Unlimited. So yeah, folks, Fantasy Map Friday tomorrow. I will see you then. Until then, folks, I hope you have a good Thursday. Let's get to Friday and then get to the weekend, huh? Power through to that weekend. As always, a special thanks to Kevin MacLeod of Incompetech.com for the use of his songs Farm, Manor, Cottages, and Northern Glade, which provided our background music today. As well, an extra special thank you to community member Raffi the Engineer, who provided our newest background song, Midnight at the Round Table. Raffi, thank you very much for that. I appreciate it every time that song comes on. Lastly, folks, if you've enjoyed this stream, please give me a follow so I can catch you on the next one. We'll be here every weekday at 7 a.m. Central on TikTok Live and YouTube Live. I hope to see you here, folks. Thanks for joining me today. This was fun. I really liked this stream format. This was pretty cool. We're gonna have to figure it out. Maybe do it again sometime. I want to continue with this writing. I thought it was good. Thank you for joining me for it, y'all. I'll post this in the Discord. Other than that, have a good day. I'll catch you in Discord or on stream tomorrow. But folks, thanks for tuning in. Let's end with a picture of the beautiful art we were writing for today. And I'll catch you next time. See ya tomorrow, folks. Have a good one.